Morning, sun's coming up. I'm just out on a quick morning walk doing the Federal Falls circuit. Had a really good sleep in my car. It was nice and warm. We've been greeted with a surprise today. That's completely clear blue skies, which wasn't on the forecast, but I'll take it. I got up and I thought, let's just go and do this walk. I woke up at 6 and yeah, it's now about 6:30. And yeah, it's currently about 2 degrees, so it's hasn't actually cooled down that much. It felt freezing yesterday with that rain, and yeah, overnight it was mostly still overcast, strong wind, and yeah, now thankfully in these last few hours it's completely cleared up, and yeah, it seems that it's gonna be a beautiful day. Right, so we go down this way and come back this way. Wow, you can really see those views that way. Somewhere's the town of Orange. Whew, I am really warming up to take my outer layer off, but I can see the falls. They're right over there. Spectacular, very nicely flowing after all that rain we had. Perfect day to come out and look at this waterfall. On my way back up to the campground. Had a nice relaxing evening yesterday. It was a good little setup I made in the shelter. The other campers were actually trying to make a campfire, which you can imagine in those wet conditions was not easy, but after 2 to 3 hours they managed to get a small fire going. So I actually joined them a little bit. We sat around the campfire, had a nice chat, and yeah, overall really enjoyable evening. What a complete change compared to yesterday. I'm just about ready to have breakfast. Oh, yeah, that's done. Got the stove. Having some baked beans and some curry pineapple flavored fish. That will be tasty, get me going for the day. Apart from that, enjoying some nice Earl Grey tea with honey. It's 8:15. That walk took about 1.5 hours. Really enjoyed that. Good way to start the day. Apart from that, I'm going to quickly have some breakfast, get packed up around here, and just have all my wet stuff out, trying to dry it a little bit, although I probably put it on my dashboard in my car later. I've really got the camping routine down now. Like, I am I haven't had much experience doing this sort of stuff, like especially on my own, and I have to say I've managed really well. Like I feel really comfortable doing it. I mean, yesterday in those cold, wet conditions, coming here, doing those hikes and getting set up around here and still being warm and comfortable, it's like, if I can do that, man, I've made some real progress. Yeah, we made it to the top of Mount Canobolas once again. Wow, it's completely changed since yesterday. Absolutely spectacular views. Down this way is the track we walked up yesterday and the campground. And down this way here is the town of Orange. Absolutely spectacular views today. Although the wind chill has certainly got tied down. Minus the rain mist, of course. Just under 1400 meters above sea level. Right there, in that valley, the town of Orange. Up here's all that information that I read in those treacherous conditions yesterday. And here's the trail that we came up. Yeah, my car's already filthy again after driving in those conditions yesterday. Just look at this. There were some dirt patches as well. There were some dirt patches with the road that I went on, and just look at that. Look at this mud. But it's part of the journey. Just filled up in Orange. We spent a total of 310 on petrol. Whew, that is definitely the biggest cost of this trip by far, but it's one that I was prepared for and that I was expecting, of course, given how far I'm driving. We've driven a total of 1350 kilometers so far, which that's a lot more than what the direct distance would be, but with all the detours we've had going up to all these hikes and all that, it's definitely added to it. So 1350 kilometers so far. Today, assuming I take no detours, it's going to be like 420 kilometers to where we're going next, continuing to head south of here. And yeah, the total drive will be a bit under 5 hours, assuming there's no detours. Yeah, I've pretty much put all my clothes and stuff in strategic positions, towel, everything, trying to open the sunroof just to get the sun in and try and dry it out. That's like one thing I'm struggling with now, is all the wet stuff, how to dry it. But I think on the dashboard here, that seems to work the best. And yeah, in the back there, this skiing jacket, that worked really well yesterday. I'm very impressed. It was my first time really testing it out in that sense. And since we're continuing to head south into the colder regions, we're going to definitely need it again. So yeah, I'm not going to spoil exactly where we're going, but if you can think we're going 4 hours south from Orange, it means we're going to get pretty damn close to, well, I'll let you figure it out. So yeah, let's go. Right guys, 50 kilometers outside of my next destination, the town of Kuma. Just at this rest area, and yeah, I thought I'd show you a little bit around as an example. Australia is a country that you will know has very large distances between places, and oftentimes because of that they actually create all these rest areas where it's all right for you to get off the road, park, and even sleep in your car if you want to for a few hours to reduce the risk of something dangerous happening on the roads because of being tired when driving. So yeah, most of them don't allow camping, such as this one here. There's meant to be one further up that does allow camping, and it's a bit closer to the town as well, so I will keep going from here, but first I thought I'd have a rest because I really need one. And yeah, it's about a bit after 3:30 now, so 1.5 hours until it starts getting dark. And yeah, I'm just gonna have something to eat. I haven't had any lunch yet. It's, you guessed it, peanut butter sandwich, but keeping it simple. It's gonna be freezing cold tonight as well, where I'm going to be camping. I mean, we're now in snowy Monaro region. So we're basically now at the foothills of the snowy mountains. You can see in the distance right there. So yeah, even though we've had an early spring, it still is very cold. Sun is out, not too much wind. It's been windy on and off. Clear skies, which means the temperature is going to drop a lot overnight, and it is meant to drop to around freezing. Right guys, I've stopped at the next designated rest area. There's some bathrooms and picnic benches just down there. And there's this gate up here and this massive area up here that was pretty much empty, apart from the fact that we've got a caravan parked up there and then another caravan parked in the far end on that corner. And I'm parked here and I'm about to have some dinner. It's a designated rest area. Down there by the toilets there's a grass area and picnic benches, and it says no camping signs. But then there's this massive area up here, so I don't know what that's about. Given there's other caravans here, I've decided to just park here and sleep here the night. Out of all three of us, I would say I'm the most inconspicuous, given that I just have a car, no caravan. The caravan is a clear giveaway. It's quite sheltered behind this hill here from the main road, and you've got to sort of turn in, and I haven't seen that many people. So yeah, we're like 20 kilometers outside of the town of Kuma, my next main destination. You will see that I drove through Canberra in the ACT. I didn't stop there. I was going to actually stop at the Australian War Memorial because I wanted to have a look at that, but it's a massive construction zone. The whole thing with parking was a nightmare, so I decided not to. I didn't want to deal with that, so I just drove through the centre of town. I've been to Canberra before, so it wasn't anything new to me. Today for dinner it's going to be some pumpkin soup. So I'm just gonna have pumpkin soup, just only a small packet, so I'm thinking I might have this and another one. We'll see how I feel after the first one. I've boiled enough water for both. So yeah, it's gonna be a chilly one. It's already cooling down, I can feel it. But yeah, we have made it. We are in the Snowy Mountains region. This region has honestly been #1 on my bucket list of places to visit in Australia that I've never been to before. So I'm very, very excited. We're right on the edge of it. Those are the foothills of the Snowy Mountains. There's no snow on these ones, but hopefully as we venture further up in the mountains we will see some decent snow. So that's all going to be happening tomorrow. Not so much driving. It was really nice yesterday to have a whole day to spend in Orange, not having to drive so much. Today was another big day of driving. We've driven a total of 1750 kilometers now. So that is woo, yeah, a lot. Especially with all the detours, but again, I'm still really enjoying myself. It's honestly, like, the driving, it's not as tiring as I thought it would be. Like, yeah, it is, well, it is long, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Again, I could push myself further, but this trip is meant to be enjoyable. It's not meant to be about getting to the destination as fast as possible. So I didn't just come on this trip for the Snowy Mountains, but this is going to be where I will spend the next few days. Not as much driving, more actually taking in what's around me. I think this is pretty much the perfect area to stop by. Free overnight camping, de facto. So yeah, I'll let you know if anything happens. Apart from that, ooh, see, I see the caravan in the back. I think that guy is setting up a tent as well, so who knows. Me, I want to keep it simple, so that if I need to get off, put this little stuff in the car and head off and go. That's it. Alright guys, I am all set up for the evening. It's a bit past 6 o'clock now, so sun's gone down, it's quickly getting dark, and very rapidly it's cooling off. Got all my warm gear on, snow pants, everything I need, so I'm nice and toasty already. Had my dinner, I've had a nice cup of tea. This is my little kitchen setup. Going down here, going through my car setup, shuffling things around, reorganizing how things are set up. Leave my water and esky out overnight. It doesn't matter, it gets cold. For the time being, I put my bag out. I've actually cleaned up this back seat here, and I've put my front seat forward, put a few things in the front there just for the night, and I can now actually sit fully 100% in here with a bunch of leg room. Ooh. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna be on my laptop. I've got my power station out, I've got all my electronics, I'm charging everything. I'm just gonna sit here on my laptop, do a few things, and just enjoy myself, have a nice chill. This is gonna be my lounge. I'm really getting used to this whole car camping setup. There's a few things, of course, that I want to do, that I need to do really for long term. We're only 20 kilometers outside of Kuma, 4G, 4 bars, so I've got good coverage, so I can hotspot, I can do some stuff online. I'm actually starting up my new job in a week, so there's a few things online that I actually want to do, a few things to prepare, and yeah, really, I mean, I've been quite unplugged, quite disconnected on this trip, which I've really enjoyed. I've thoroughly enjoyed just getting away from it all, but there's a few things I want to do that online. So I'll sit there on my laptop, get that all done. I mean, it's 6 o'clock. I've done everything else I need to do for the evening, so there's nothing else to do. Sleeping bag, everything in the back, and yeah, when I'm ready, I'll just move all this stuff to the side, put my bag inside, don't want to leave that overnight, and crawl into bed. Easy, bro, easy. All right, last check-in for the day. This is the setup. I'm inside, and yeah, got my laptop open here. You can see this is all the footage I've gotten. This is actually all from yesterday. I'm sorting through stuff from yesterday, and yeah, after I finish recording this, I'll put all of today's stuff on there also, sort through all that footage as well. Wow, this is gonna be a lot of editing, it really is. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be starting my new job next week anyway, so I won't really have as much time to go out hiking, filming, which I'll be fine with. I want to settle into the new routine, of course, focus on getting all settled in, but really I'm grateful for this this whole experience in between, after finishing up at the dairy and of course starting up my new job. So very much looking forward to going through all this, getting these videos out. I have no idea how many videos this is going to be. I was thinking initially of doing 1 per day, but some of these days have been so jam-packed that I'll probably have to make 2 videos. So I would say this whole trip I could probably make into like 10 videos. I mean, I've been filming quite consistently. I mean, a bit less on the day to day, and a bit less today. Yeah, I think yesterday and today, it's like I think I'm starting to change like my filming style up a little bit here and there. But apart from that, all good. This is on my laptop here. Internet is no problem. I can do all my online stuff, also check my emails, all that, get things sorted. No one else has showed up. The other 2 caravans are still here. I mean, the guy that's closer to me, I mean, he was outside and is doing stuff, setting up a kitchen and cooking himself dinner and all that. The other person in the distance is setting up a tent or something. 3 of us here, we're just leaving each other alone, respecting each other's space. There's no issues. So yeah, I think we've done it. I think we've found ourselves a free camping site. No issues. There'll be a few things to do to iron out and prepare before I go to where I want to go. I'll be brand new to this region, and if all goes well, we will cross the snowy mountains tomorrow, and I will be camping tomorrow evening somewhere in Victoria. That's right, we're going all the way to Victoria. Not going to be staying for long, but that's how far we're going. Tomorrow, if all goes according to plan, cross the snowy mountains and finish the day camping in Victoria. Let's go!